Hey there, my friends. What is going on? My name is Rabbit, and welcome to episode number 55 of our Hoshigami Ruining Blue Earth semi-blind playthrough. So as you guys can see, we are immediately being thrown into a menu where I've got some specific skills prepped and ready to go on Leia. So where we had left off in our previous episode, I parted ways with you guys after telling you I was going to tinker a little bit on my own with the skills that people had, the deities that they were worshiping, and just figuring out what direction I wanted to take a couple people in, as well as sprucing up a few of the coin find that we had in tow. So I don't want this to be a super long tutorial-esque episode again. Hopefully we can just spend 5-6 minutes looking at a few changes. Let's just go ahead and dive right into the first thing that's probably the most obvious, and that is that Leia is officially prepped and ready to go with regard to worshiping Vaktis. I wanted to bring you guys back before I went ahead and procced the menu at the temple here at Marfa. So just quickly going through the line of skills that she had to have. As I had mentioned to you guys back when we got Elvia on Medalev, we do need Zeniths Aid. We need a Moose Aid, both of which are like the level 1 skills for each of those respective deities lines. And then Bat Swing, which was the skill that had been in question, but I later looked up and confirmed for you that this specific skill does come from the level 14, devotional line or part of the devotional tree for Zenith. As a quick aside, I did not max out Leia's worshipping of Zenith, so technically we could go back and get those last 2 levels. I stopped right at level 14 once I gained access to the Bat Swing, which is necessary for the Ritual of Darkness. It may be something that I revisit later, or I might just allow Faz to be the one to max out Zenith's line. I'm not sure yet, but I wanted to go ahead and unlock Vaktis as soon as possible. I'm not that concerned about what the last 2 skill sets will be for Zenith's line. So we're going to focus on this first. And again, remember that Marfa as well as Widden are the 2 temples that you can visit in order to officially unlock Vaktis. Whereas for Elvia, you need to go to Tus or Aus. So here we go. The menu is procced, and it says the Great Spirit Vaktis has been added to the list of deities. Those who learn the skills Amu's Aid, Zeniths Aid, and Batswing are permitted to select Vaktis as a deity. So just another quick note before we advance onward, I want to share with you guys that although we had to arrange all of these skills onto Leia prior to getting this screen and this menu, similarly to what we had to do for Medalev, all people in your party from this point forward, once you've just unlocked the skills, that's enough, and you'll get a prompt that indicates that they are officially in the position to begin worshiping that deity. So you don't have to go back through all of the rigmarole of equipping each individual skill and coming to the temple in order to see it. Basically, we've already unlocked the presence of these gods. You just need to have your characters from this point forward actually have access to the skills, and then they can go ahead and begin worshiping that deity. I hope that makes sense. I feel like it's a pretty straightforward concept, but if that's not clear, definitely let me know. I'm sure there'll be a point where you guys will see what I'm talking about. But anyway, just to go through and quickly show you guys where everyone's at, Faz is officially a worshiper of Zenith. He is not quite yet amassed 100 devotional points in order to learn Zenith's Aid, but this is where he's at. Moving right along, I did play a little bit with Krista just because I didn't want her to fall too far behind. I think I got her 1 devotional point and 1 extra level. Medalev is now level 42, and he did cap out 1 level for worshiping Elvia here. And is this the... Yep, and I was able to get luck plus 50%. I was trying to remember if I had shown you guys that, but I think I did it off camera the last time I had actually sat down to record. So moving right along, Irma's pretty much in the same position. I think the only thing new is that she gained access to equip coin plus 2, and I think she has like 3-ish more levels from what you guys had previously seen. Same situation pretty much for Romleth, not really using him for reasons I've described in the past, but I did get him access to decoin 25%, which is not that bad, and he did gain, I believe, 1 level. So Phaedos is officially a worshiper of Ima, so I did go through all of that hassle, not quite in the position to gain access to the level 1 skill that comes with worshiping Ima, but you know, he's got 84 out of the 100, so I feel pretty confident that he'll get there sooner or later. And he is level 39 now, so he's looking pretty good. Elena, so this is a change that you probably can just, immediately see without me even highlighting it here with my tone and expressions, but I did go ahead and just, similarly to Medalev, I put Elena in the position to worship Elvia, and that's why I was trying to share with you guys that for her specifically, I did not need to equip Cassius's Aid, Gote's Aid, and Lizard's Leg on her. As soon as she hit the level 14 skill, or was in the position to unlock the level 14 skill, which is Lizard's Leg on Ima's line, all I had to do was go back through and gain access to Gote's Aid, because she had already previously been a worshiper of Cassius. She just came set up that way. That wasn't any doing of mine. And, you know, the reason why you've got one devotional point, I guess, for Gote is because when I took her from worshiping Ima, I couldn't immediately switch over to... I'm trying to remember how I had to do this. I couldn't immediately switch... Nope, that's someone else. That's Leia, which we'll talk about in a second. So ignore what I'm saying. I know, guys, there's like so much that goes into this, but all you need to know is I switched to Gote, unlocked Gote's Aid, and then as soon as she had level 1 Cassius's Aid, level 1 Gote's Aid, and then level 14 Lizard's Leg, it just prompted me by saying like, hey, when you're ready, you can go to the temple and Elena can worship Elvia. So that's all I did. I didn't even equip the skills. So again, I hope that makes sense. Maybe it doesn't, but we're just going to move right along. And holy shit, Vuktis looks a little bit scary. So what I was starting to say, and I misspoke when it came to Elena, I was actually meaning for Leia regarding trying to gain access to the respective skills and deities. So she was a worshiper of Zenith, and I didn't have Sinova's Aid or Amu's Aid. She came pretty much just bare bones, but you cannot go straight from Zenith to worshiping Amu or Sinova for whatever fucking reason. So I actually had an extra seemingly unnecessary step. In my opinion, I think it's obnoxious that they even have it set up this way, but I went ahead and did it, gotta play by the game's rules, and I had her gain a point in worshiping Gote, and straight from Gote, I was able to worship Sinova, got the point, and then I was able to worship Amu, and then here we are in the position to switch to worshiping Vuktis. So, and then Gomez has gotten some levels, actually I think he's gotten quite a few, and 1 or 2 skills have unlocked. I'm not sure what you guys have last seen, but here is the menu just in case, you know, you feel like clicking between the videos and just seeing where you had left off. So the last thing we really want to do is just switch Leia here over to worshiping Vuktis. I know Vuktis' portrait's a bit unnerving and spooky, but it is what it is. So here we go. These will be the stat changes from where she's at right now as a follower of Amu to being a follower of Vuktis. So that's it, friends. We've officially unlocked every single deity that exists in this game. And from this point forward, it's really just going to be about maxing out all of the skill sets. I don't know if we're ever going to see all of Gote's. We're so close. Maybe I'll bring Krista along just for the sake of us maxing it out. I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes. But with you guys quickly in tow, I apologize. I really don't like for these to feel like long tutorial-esque videos, but it looks like this might be what we get. So, because I don't want to start a fight and then us have like a 45-minute episode. I mean, sometimes it's unavoidable, but if I can spare you guys from all of that, then I'd like to go ahead and try. So, you know, in spite of my best intentions, this is kind of where we're at. So let's quickly take a look at some coins. I did switch up a few. You know what? Instead of going to the coin menu, let me go to the item menu and then take a look at a few of these. So I did change a few things. Nothing to the elemental coins. We're still without any of Gote's coins, which is a bit odd. Maybe at some point in the next couple of fights, we'll end up picking one up, or I'll get one of my other coins to transform into one. I don't know. But first thing you need to know is that I was able to get, you know what, maybe it will be easier just to do it this way. I was able to get a Cure Zoo drop by messing around in the old Tower of Trial. I think it's on floor 19. There is a mage that has one, and yeah, I just got it and plopped it onto Faz. I didn't change its stats whatsoever, so this is what it's got. The AoE was 5, but you can only cast it once just because of the CPC relative to the MCP. I went ahead and gave him his Gren back and then Relake, which cures the target from sleep. Not super sold on it, but I had a slot to fill now that he is a worshiper of Zenith. He has an extra slot compared to when he was worshiping Amu and only had two slots available. I removed everything from Krista just because for now we're not really using her. Metaliv has the same setup, so we're just going to move along. As for Irma, I think she is the same setup as well. I don't think I changed anything. And Retain might be new that I put this on her. I don't know if you guys have seen that previously, but this is where we're at. Cures the target from confusion. And Belunga is the same as it's always been. Romleth still sitting in the same position where he doesn't have anything. And we've got Sylphaedo, so you can probably immediately see what the fuck is Revia. If you do recall, we acquired as a drop a couple fights ago. We got I guess you'd say it's a Resurrect coin find. It was called Revin. And I ended up leveling it up and scaling it up with a few seals that I picked up throughout my running around and fucking around in the Tower of Trial to get Leia and Elena in the positions they needed to be in to worship Elvia and Vaktis. So I ended up scaling it up, and it went from being able to resurrect someone to 10% of their HP to now being able to resurrect them to 50% of their HP. So this is I think it's the level 2 resurrect light coin. Like I said before, there are different lines of light and dark coins, and it's just a fucking jumbled mess. Not going to get into that. All you need to know is, ta-da, this is what I've got. These are the stats. I can pretty much use it once. CPC is 96, MCP is 100, AoE just 1, and that is pretty much how it stands. I did scale up this Mental here a little bit, puts the enemy to sleep. It's got an AoE of 5. And I think everything else is the same for him. Elena, I did spruce up her Conti here. I think the AoE was was 1 because I gave Leia Gomez's old Conti, which came with an AoE of 5. So anyway, Elena's was a level 1. I think she had Terror previously, and I leveled it up into Conti. And so these are the stats with it from all of the engraving and shit that I did. Didn't touch the coin, pretty sure. Her Cure Zoo is the same that it's been for a while. Blia is the same. Leia is now in the position to have her shit added back. I gotta try to remember this. I think she, as a worshiper of Zenith, only had 3 slots available, so we're gonna need to mess with this and just give her something. So Blia, I know she had, I'm pretty sure she is the one who had Gomez's Conti, which I did change up as well. So it's still got the AoE, but you can see the reduced CPC. Then the other thing I had for her was a Cure Zoo that she came with, wherever the fuck it is. Here it is. And I think I gave this one AoE as well, just to make it a little bit better. And then now we just have an extra slot that we can put, honestly, whatever the fuck we want onto her. I probably do need to just get more offensive coins. Maybe I'll just buy one of Gote's coins and then go from there. For now, we're not going to worry too much about it. We've got some Mentals just sitting here. They're not super great, but it's kind of what we've got. Or we could use, I don't think we're going to see blinding much. And even if we do, I'm usually casting spells where it doesn't matter. So I guess we could just bring along a Cure Ray. You know what? We're going to just bring Mental because we can. And having that extra chance to put someone to sleep, I don't know. I guess it's fine, at least for now. So here's where we're at. Everyone else should be where you guys had last seen. Gomez still has his Cure Zoo and Gren. And then that brings us around full circle. So my apologies, friends, because I know I literally just said about 14 minutes ago I didn't want this to be exclusively a tutorial and catch-up episode, yet here we are, having spent quite a bit of time looking at what it takes to worship Vaktis, as well as just some refreshers regarding unlocking the hidden deities and where we're kind of at with coin find changes. So we'll just go ahead and part ways here so that we're not staring our next episode in the face with, or I guess I should say staring this episode in the face with possibly being like 45-ish minutes. We'll just look forward towards the next episode being all exclusively devoted to taking on the events at Leyeta. So thank you so much for watching, everyone. That's honestly it in regards to the secrets for the deities. Let me know if you have any specific questions, but I feel like it kind of is what it is, and I don't have anything extra that I can really share about the process other than you just need to devote like the 1 to 2-ish hours of fucking around in a tower of trial to get everyone where they need to be. And it was this one, just to be specific, where I had gone to get the levels that I needed for both. I guess I shouldn't say for both, because it was for more than just Leia and Elena, because I also got Phaz where he needed to be to switch over to worshiping Zenith, and Sylphados to be worshiping Ema. So yeah, lots of changes that happened without you guys. I would guesstimate I spent about 2 hours doing everything. Obviously, it's not something that is absolutely necessary for you to also undertake, but there you go. That's the process I went through to get where I am right now. So whether you want to mimic it or not, that is all the information that I really have to share with you. So I will go ahead and just end things here, just to be mindful of your time. And when I see you guys in episode number 56, we will be ready to go on forward into Leyeta. Thanks for watching. I'm your host, Rabbit, and this is my semi-blind run of Hoshigami Ruining Blue Earth. I'll see you soon, my friends.